Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusarang buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko yehi passiko panayiko paccattam vedi tabbo vinyoti. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmīti patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yukani atta purisa puggala Yesa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Āuniyo pāuniyo Dakkiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokassati. Vandami tetiyang sabbang sabbedani supatittitang Saririka dhatu mahabodhing uddharupang sakalang sada Yassa mule nisinnova sakkari vijayang aka patto sabbang nyutang satta vande tang bodhipadapang ime ete mahabodhi lokanate vipujita aham pite namassami bodhiraja namattute ganesarappadittena dīpena tamadansina ilokadīpam sambuddham pujayami tamonudang Kanda sambara yuttena dhupena ham sugandhina pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajanamuttamang vanna gandha Adivasetu no bante paliyang upanamitam anukampang upadaye patiganhatuttama Adivasetu no bante gilana paccayang imang anukampang upadaya patiganhatuttama Adivasetu no bante sabbang saddaya pujitang anukampang upadaya patiganhatuttama Kayena vata cittena pamadena maya katang acchayang kamami bante buripanya tathagata Kayena vata cittena pamadena maya katang Acchayang kamami dhamma sandittika akalika Kayena vata cittena pamadena maya katang Acchayang kamami sangha supatipanna anuttara Dukkhappattācani dukkha Bhayappattācani bhaya Sukhappattācani sukha Hontu sabbe pipaninu Bhavakkupadāye avīti hettato Ittantare sattvayu papanya Rupi arupi jaya sanya sanyino Dukkha pamuccantu pusantu nibbūtiṃ Before our sharing of merits, I would like to remind again our main supporters of our 3-month retreat and today beautiful Kathina ceremony. Mala Munasinghe, Mrs. Mala Munasinghe and Felton and her daughter that is one family. The other family, Daya Karunaratne, Mrs. Daya Karunaratne, her son and family. And we had many other friends. They supported during this 3-month retreat. Especially Anand, Mr. Anand, and his family, his wife, son and daughter, and many other friends help us during this time. Special mentioning about Dr. Ishar Fernando and Sumudhu Fernando who are in Chicago. They always they are very concerned about us and they are really dedicated Buddhist young people. So special thanks going to Dr. Ishara Fernando and Sumudhu Fernando who are in Chicago. And we don't have time that much. We have so many friends. And here, mm, Dr. Kim and mm, her friends, they especially always take care of monks and temple. So all the minutes uh, for you all, for your well-being, good health, peace and happiness. Now we are going to say the Gatha to do the merit sharing. Ittavatacamehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya Akasatta ca bummatta Devānaka mahittika Punyantang anumoditva Cirang rakhantu loka sasanang Cirang rakhantu desanang Cirang rakhantu mang parang Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yava nibbana pattiya idamme punyang asavakkayavang hotu idamme punyang Asavakkaya vahamgotu idamme punyang asavakkaya vahamgotu sabba dukkha pamuccatu. Now we are going to do a little meditation. As usual, we are going to focus on our breath. Making our whole body relaxed, comfortable, and making our mind peaceful. Gradually bringing our awareness, attention, focus onto our breath. Natural in-breath and out-breath. Wherever you can easily catch it, notice it, feel it. Inside nose or tip of your nose or somewhere your body. With the help of that little fine sensation, you come to know that you are breathing in, breathing out. Kathina ceremony is very famous ceremony in Buddhist culture, very popular in many Buddhist countries. That is the culmination of 3-month Vassa retreat. Again, according to the climate, different countries may have decided to observe this 3-month retreat. In Buddha's time, in South Asia, even today, in that part of the world, during this time, it's a rainy season. Even today, sometimes we cannot travel, roads are submerged, flooded, and Buddha's time, there were not that much prepared, well done roads, or dirt, mud roads. So easily they got muddy. People could not travel and no that much shelter. People were very poor, small huts. People used to live in those small huts. So those travelers did not have that much option to find a place to get shelter. So it was impossible someone to travel long distance those days. And there were other reasons. In Buddha's time, it was like very special time in the history. Many traditions, ascetic traditions, they followed rituals, various practices. So one popular theme was non-violence, because humans had been violent so much throughout the history. We see historical, archaeological evidences, enough evidences everywhere in the world, every parts of the world, every countries. People were fighting, killing each other. And their food sources were animal product. So they ate meat and they used to do their religious things like animal sacrifice, lot of killing. They thought offering blood or flesh to their god is the way to make their gods happy. So sometimes not only humans, the animal, they did human slaughter. They killed human and in the name of their god, they used to do human sacrifice. So lots of unthinkable amount of violence throughout the human history. So people are really fed up, but they could not give up that vicious things. In Buddha's time, people were really fed up of these cruel practices. Thinkers, seekers, many people wanted to find some other ways. So they gave up violence and they wanted to practice the other way, with non-violence, renounce violence and practice non-violence. Some traditions um, took it as their main teaching. So always they were talking about non-violence, ahimsa, not killing, not harming, not only human killing. They were against other animal killings. Some religious groups went further. They said even um, tiny little creatures, insects, or visible or invisible, tiny little creatures should not be killed. So they started to use face covering and sweeping before they step, walk, uh, filter water, like that. They adopted that kind of extreme non-violence. Since it is extremely thinking about other living being, people could not do easily their day-to-day things. How can we walk? Always we have to sweep the road before we walk. Uh, if we have to wear a mask, how all the time, even hot weather, whatever time, since our body does it always, breath happens. So they have to wear the mask all the time. So it is like we know how difficult during COVID time wearing a mask. So think about someone has to wear a mask whole life. It is very, very difficult something. So people started to find that difficulty. The extreme non-violence also hinders our life. Extreme or violence definitely not good. And extreme non-violent practices also hinders our life. So people were thinking what to do, how to find a settled middle path. So this Buddha's philosophy, teaching based on that practical approach to non-violence, peaceful living. So Buddha adopted those teachings. Even before Buddha, there were some people, as we said, who talk extensively about non-violence. And there were some other teachers, they were not that much extreme. So Buddha always learned and adopted reasonable or reasoning or pragmatic approach for our life. In that way, Buddha advised monks, students, to observe 3-month Vassa retreat. Because those days, those extreme non-violent practitioners strictly uh, observe staying in one place, because that is the time uh, many insects comes come up and plant start to grow quickly. But added some more importance into that, not just think about plant and animal life, living beings, uh, staying in one place without using that time is useless. So Buddha introduced with beautiful teaching what to practice. Uh, that's how we uh, got this great practice. Was a 3 month Vasa retreat, and finally, end of Vasa retreat, people were happy. People uh, wanted to do something to celebrate that successful retreat time. Especially followers started to do nice things for their spiritual people. Especially clothes were rare those days. We know when we were young, during our childhood, we saw a lot of handloom, that simple cloth making machines, wooden machine, handloom. And we remember how fast it's changed into these machines, power looms. So those days we saw how people made clothes. It is tiring, it takes time, a lot of work. Thread by thread, they have to weave the cloth. In Buddha's time, they did not have even that handloom simple machine. So many people spend so long time to make the cloth, and most of the time those clothes were rough, uh, basic things, because they did everything by hand, no any machines, like rugged, thick, heavy cloth. So clothes were very important luxury items. We know many stories in Buddhist literature and other literature. People didn't have clothes to cover up their body, and people had so much difficulties. And one famous story, one couple, Buddha's student, they had faith in Buddha. They did not have clothes. Both of them could not go to see the Buddha at one time. Husband was one time, wife goes to see the Buddha next time, because they had only one cloth. Other one, if husband goes to see the Buddha, wife stays at home. If wife goes to listen to Buddha, husband stayed at home. So that much rare this cloth. But today we have so many options, so many clothes. So robe offering was not like today, very special offering those days, because clothes were extremely rare something. It was a kind of luxury item. So robe offering means very, very special gift during Buddha's time. Even after many centuries, robe offering was a special ceremony, because until up until recently we did not have that much cloth. Only very recently we started to have this much various kind of very advanced ways of making dresses, clothes. Still, we call this ceremony robe offering ceremony. Today also we did that ceremony here. In Buddha's time, monks, or a group of monks, came to see the Buddha after 3-month retreat. They were really wet. They were having hard time. They did not have any extra robe or piece of cloth to change their wet cloth. Anyway, they were so into see the Buddha, so they came to see the Buddha in wet cloth. So Buddha talked with always, that Buddha had that great habit. Before teaching Dhamma, Buddha talked with the student, a courteous way, very nice way. How are you doing? Did you get enough food? Did you have enough support? Did you spend in harmonious way? How are your companions? How was the traveling? Like that, Buddha used to exchange some words about their normal life. So when Buddha raised such kind of courteous questions, monks revealed their true hardships, how they got wet, how much difficult time they had. Still they are trembling in cold, in wet clothes. So Buddha gave permission to have extra clothes. That is how this robe offering ceremony started. We use actually that teaching during our ceremony. When we dedicate the Kathina Chivara, we use those Buddha's words. Today also we use that. In that selected educated monks, right now we use 2 monks. They represent other monks. They say to other monks, oh, we have a material to make a robe. This material, if monks agree, we are going to give so and so monk. They name one monk. Actually, they selected a monk considering the most needy person, needy monks, because some monks' robes were really, really old compared to others. That monk, one particular monk, really wanted to have a new cloth. Like that, they selected basically according to their requirement. And sometimes monks, if they have decent level of cloth, robes, they selected the senior monks. So they decided to give that senior monks. Like that, monks can decide what to do, who should be the recipient. So anyhow, we have that tradition. So Buddha's words, we still follow those Buddha's words. We chanted that one today also. We said, we have this robe. Monks, if monks are willing to give it, we can give to this monk. They name a monk. So on the approval of every monk, the new robe is given to that selected monk. So that is the Kathina Chivara Puja especially. But monks, our people want to do something extra as a group, as a cultural thing. They want to organize many other things, offer some other things. So now we see it has very significant cultural value, and we can see at present it is very beautiful, some kind of extravagant function kind of thing. More than a ceremony, it's big social event. Many big monasteries, they sometimes spend so much money and food, large number of gathering, so much preparations, many things going on, very colorful, many things going on. So much money involvement is there. It's very nice, but we should not lose the main purpose of this Kathina Chivara Puja, Kathina ceremony. Main purpose was, we can understand, we have some sense, understanding about what is the main purpose. Buddha wanted to introduce a practical, pragmatic, humane, wise, beautiful way of spending time during this 3 month with a 3 month time, rainy season. That was supposed to uplift monks' spirituality and supporters' spirituality. So both got benefit. When we do this Kathina ceremony, we mention about those benefits. Very famous part of this kind of Dhamma talks is about Nagita Thera's Apadana. It is not in basic Buddhist literature. Later on, in Apadana, Nagita, one monk called Nagita, he explained what kind of benefit he got after doing Kathina Chivara Puja. You all have heard those things. This morning we chanted actually those gatha. In addition to that, we hear monks were explaining 5 benefits of a monk who gain Kathina robe. First one is we normally monks should get permission from elder monks or senior monks before we go out, especially if we are going to meet a lay person or visit someone's house. We should get permission from our senior monk where we live. But if a monk has been fortunate enough to receive a Kathina Chivara, there is an exception. That monk does not need to get that permission. Without getting that permission, he or that monk can go out. This does not mean that the robe has magical power to break our cultural rule or monks' rules. That means if a monk has successfully completed 3 months, that means that monk has deeper understanding about what is monk life, what is the tradition, what is the meaning of this life. So such a monk, we cannot expect any unnecessary, unacceptable behavior from such a monk. So that monk is well trained, mindful monk. So that monk does not need any special permission from senior monk. The second one is we normally in traditional Buddhist culture, monks take 3 robes with them when they go out. But if monk get this Kathina robe, there is an exception. That monk has the freedom without taking all those 3 robes. That monk can do or go for arms round like that for special purposes. So the third one, when monks start accept invitation, we have certain rules. So if monk has received Kathina robe, that monk has that exception because that monk knows how to deal with people, because during 3 months monks are supposed to have spiritual closer connection with supporters. So it has good training. So with that good training, maturity, the monk knows what to do, how to deal with people, how to interact, communication. The other one is normally monks should not keep extra lot of ropes, uh, basically 3 ropes. If any monk has been fortunate enough to receive a Kathina Chivara, that monk can keep extra ropes, extra items. Maybe during this 3-month period, uh, monks should do the reflection, meditate, think clearly, the users, benefits, main purpose of monk life. So such a monk uh, should be mindful about basic necessities and what is the clear path, what is the main purpose of monk life. So this is not something, monk life is not something to collect things or beautify the body or selecting passion or gathering things. Those daily reflections gives us good insight why we use what we use. The fifth one is normally when we get something, we should make it available for the community of Sangha. We should not take it as private thing. If someone gives to me, I should not consider it as a personal thing. As a monk's tradition, it's like if I live with some other monks in the temple, it's for every monk. So we should give that to the most needy monks. If any monk is some other monk is really wanting or someone needs something, so we should consider the need of that other monks, we should give to that monk. Or the senior monk will decide what to do. And with our common sense also we know how to use material things, what we get from people, how to use it in proper way, not a selfish way. So selfishness is weakened when we contemplate, when we reflect. Monks are especially supposed to live in harmony with other monks and always think about others. So this monk who is having this Kathina robe, that monk can keep any material thing. Again, it may be because of that monk's training or during that 3-month time, that monk has a special training and thoughtfulness and deeper appreciation about living in harmony, in peace and brotherhood and Sangha, feeling of Sangha. So, no selfishness be that much strong if a monk practice or contemplate or reflect according to Buddha's teaching. So lay people also get, those who offer Kathina robe, they also get some benefit. So such a person, donor, who offer Kathina Chivara, so that Daika or that supporter will get ability to go out without hassles, dangers, obstacles. Then he or she will have comfortable life. Normally people's life is burdensome, very heavy, a lot of difficulties. It says as a benefit of this Kathina offering, that person's life become comfortable. First one is safe, second one is comfortable. Then third one, the person who offer Kathina Chivara, Kathina robe, he or she will not have food poisoning kind of dangerous accident. Next benefit, that person's material things, money or whatever material things, will be safe. Thieves or government or some others will not loot or grab that possession. That means that person possessions, material things will be safe. The last one, every culture robbery happen, especially these days in this country also, so much robbery. People rob in sometime broad daylight, in the daytime. Many people, they come into expensive shops, they break the shops and grab all those things. But it's mentioned the person who offers Kathina Chivara will not have that kind of difficulty, that kind of dangerous situation. Actually, I don't know how to explain how the person who offer these things get this kind of benefit. Only way I can explain it, understand it. Normally Kathina Chivara offering is done by the main supporter who takes care of the monks during 3 months. So that person get very close rapport or interaction with monks or nuns. So they listen or hear Dhamma more and more, and they start to understand Dhamma, and a lot of generous things happen because supporter has to take care of monks, so that practice come to life, so that person become generous. So such a person will not be stingy or hoarder, kind of collecting things, or selfish someone. So such a generous, kind, social, wise, mindful person will not have that much expensive things in his stock, in their stores, in their houses. So there won't be anything that much to rob, to be robbed by robbers or thieves or any others. So that's the miracle of Dhamma life. When we practice Dhamma, when we really contemplate and when we become really practical Buddhists, we not only getting Dhamma knowledge, we not only gathering Dhamma knowledge, we become generous, simple people, very caring, loving, sharing, considerate human being. So Dhamma is not always collecting book or listening, reading, improving knowledge. That is a very important part of our daily activities, what we do, how we do. So all what we learn shapes our behavior. So a lot of reflection is needed to get this kind of benefit. So I think we need to practice reflection, especially during this 3-month time. Monks as well as monks or nuns and supporters. If we practice reflection, we call mindfulness or meditation, it really start to give a good meaning to our life. Otherwise, we learn Dhamma, it's again like a book knowledge. For instance, we know what is the 4 elements, the 32 parts of body, 3 characteristics of things. We learn, but it's only a knowledge which fills our mind. But we reflect on these things, we start to understand what is the meaning of this Dhamma. Not only learning Dhamma, meaning of the Dhamma. There are 2 different things. We can learn Dhamma and we can learn the meaning of Dhamma. So if we do reflection, that means freely we try to understand based on our level of comprehension. We try to apply Dhamma to how we see, hear, feel, think. Normally we see people get older. If we learn Dhamma, or it is in Dhamma, everybody get older, aging. Maybe our parents get older. We just say, oh, our parents are old. But if we don't contemplate, we don't get the meaning of aging. But according to Buddha's teaching, we should contemplate that. Then we understand Jara Dhammomhi, Jarang Anatito. Aging is a universal principle. I am not beyond that. I am under that principle. Not only my mother and father. Those who know, oh, there is a thing called aging, or my mother and father aging, but that person does not apply to own life. So they say mean thing to other older people, name calling, kind of hurting, insulting. But the person who contemplate, reflect on this universal thing, aging, will never insult older people, will never hurt older people, because the reflection gives this important insight. Jaradhammami, aging is a universal principle. I am definitely under that principle. So, not in future, the person is start to see, oh, I am getting older right now, here, in this moment. So, the age is not aging. That means we cannot say, oh, after 50 it is older. We always, we continuously, we get older. Everyone. And there is an inherent difficulties, weaknesses, sufferings of aging. When we reflect on that, then only we understand this universal thing is so pervasive, so dangerous. It's a problem. It's a real suffering. So we start to see the suffering. Otherwise, we see there are educated people. They say, oh, I know Four Noble Truth. They can write books, explain. They know Four Noble Truth. But they don't see at least first Noble Truth. You know, first one, suffering. Even though they can explain Dhamma, they can write books or teach, they lead groups. If any person, if that person does not reflect on this, that person cannot understand. Only verbally or philosophically they talk about suffering. There is no meaning in that person's Dhamma. To get the meaning of Dhamma, someone should reflect on that. For instance, aging. When we reflect on aging, that person sees the suffering, inherent part of suffering, aging. Then we know sicknesses are there. We see everywhere. Sometimes people name call insult for sick people. They know Metta, they can recite Metta Sutta, but in practical life, they insult sick people, condemn or ignore. Where is that Metta practice in action? If we ignore or if we don't understand the difficulty of a sick person who is having health problem, where is the metta in that person's life? Only when we reflect on what we see, then only we understand how difficult we start to really get into that feeling level, how difficult sicknesses are, how terrible. So Vyadi Dhammo, this we see not only illnesses are for certain people, we see this is universal principle. Vyadi Dhammo, illnesses, sicknesses, health problem. It's everywhere, it's relevant to everyone. Vyadi Anatito. I am not beyond that. I am not free from that. I am subject to illnesses. Not only famous names of illnesses. The person who reflects on this aspect will understand hunger, thirst, those kind of things also as part of health problems. Then marana, death. Many people are there. They can explain according to Dhamma what is the teaching about death. What are the teaching of Buddha? Or using Abhidhamma, what is Chuti Chitta, like that, they can explain. But only the person who reflect on death, that person get the meaning of this Dhamma. Marana, death. Then sabbe me piyehi manape nana bhavu vina bhavoti. We know our dear, near friends, loved ones, they depart, they die, or they go away, we lose them. If we don't reflect that, we understand this incorrect way. Sometimes, most of the time, people understand this as, oh, I lost that person. It is my guilt, my wrong, my fault, or that person betrayed me. They start to curse that person, become like enemies. Sometimes someone dies, even I have heard some people say, why he died? I'm still alive. How come he died, leaving me behind? That means we need to reflect these kind of life events. People get together, we meet, and we depart. We lose. We get many relationships during our lifetime. The same way we lose relationship. Not only with humans, sometimes pets, sometimes material things, many things. So, as soon as we get something or someone, that is the beginning of suffering of losing that person or that thing. To understand, comprehend that noble truth, suffering related to this dipa, can be achieved by reflection only. Otherwise, we become emotional or misinterpret, or we become like hateful. Sometimes guilt or frustration or depression. Those are not healthy responses for human interactions. Kammasakomi, kammadayado, kammayoni, kammabandhu, kammapatisarano, yang kammang karisami, kalyanam va papakam va tasadayado kavisami. We talk about kamma, where again as a dhamma or sutta or abhidhamma, we explain things, we memorize, we can teach even, we can write books. But people should contemplate on this aspect deeply, because people that much don't care about karma. Really unavoidable thing in our life, karma. So if we do good karma, that good, like a shadow. If we do bad karma, that is like a broken cart, wagon tied to our neck. All the time, forever, it's going to hurt us, annoy us. But good karma is like a shadow, never leaving. Even we don't know our shadow existing. It is there always. Like our good karma, always very gently with us. All bad karma, like a troublesome, broken cart or wagon behind, along all the way, along our footprint. It comes behind us. So we need more and more, always, a reflection about karma. It is actually our next life. Not only after our death, conventional death. Our next moment, next minute is decided by this moment. That is how our karma goes into action. So there is that much scare, some fearful thing. There is a hope. That means if we change this moment, next moment going to be a better moment. It's not. There is no negative connotation. If we change this moment in a positive way, next moment going to be a positive way. So there is a freedom. That's how we can end suffering. There is a thing called suffering. Suffering can be stopped. How? Change in this moment. Positive attempt. So reflection, these kind of deeper meaning, change our attitudes, our life, our destiny. So during our 3-month time, normally we are supposed to meditate. Basically, meditation means reflection. Otherwise, we concentrate on our breath. Forever, eons and eons, millions of years, we will be concentrating on our breath. But that concentration should be applied for our thinking and our life. And then we know always we have sanya. We have 5 senses, 5 sensory bases. Through those 5, we get sensory input from sensory information from outside world. So Buddha's teaching is we need to be mindful about these things, because our sanya is becoming mechanical or artificial or superficial in present world. It is not real. So Buddha gave so much beautiful teaching which help us to be grounded, to be real person, not unreal person or fantasy world, real life. So we should have realistic perception. We know anicca sanya, impermanence. People think, oh, this is permanent, this is mine, it is going to be mine, I want to get that. Like that, we think many things. Always we feel through using our 5 senses. We get some wrong idea. It's like permanent, but actually our life and world, the basic nature of the world is impermanence. So we should pay our attention to anicca sanya, perception of impermanence. When we are not mindful, we start to think, this is me, this is my life, I am so and so. One day, whenever I die, my tomb should be here, my funeral should be like this. People think like that. People never think no self. So Buddha invited us to do that reflection, anatta sanya. Because when we have atta sanya, or there is a thing called me, person called me, that person or other person, my family, my spouse, my children, they should behave, do in a way how I think, what I need. Very strong atta sanya, dominant. They expect all others should listen or think, behave the way I think. So that is the strong atta sanya. Not only that person thinks, there is a person called I, that person is start to dominate. In political world we can see this very dangerous thing. Politicians always talk about self, about self. Even world wars, so much bloodshedding, conflict, economic clash, everything. It doesn't matter. Self is the important. I should be in the power. I should be the leader. Like that. Very terrible thing in human life. But Buddha said, practice anatta sanya, no self. We should not give that priority like center of the universe. People feel, I am the center of the universe. Whole universe should behave, giving so much attention to me. That's why people start to dominate or manipulate others. So no self is another reflection topic. Then Subhasanya. We see lots of nice, beautiful, tempting advertisement in our phone, in our screen, wherever you go, you see so much temptations, distractions. That means Subhasanya. Then that means so much arousal for the craving. Popularity, beauty, luxury, colors. People are not happy with real colors. So when someone gets a picture, they want to add more colors into that picture. They are not happy about their facial features. They add more colors. They using various apps. They modify the picture. Because so much greed about arousal, about craving, greed, attachment. That person has no clue about real nature of this body. That is Asubha Sanya. That's what Buddha said. Reflect about foulness or unattractiveness about this body. We have saliva, blood, pus, urine, biles, so many watery things, substances in our body, wax, excreta, sweat and tears. None of them is attractive. They all are not pleasant. But it is the real nature in our body. So Buddha said, contemplate on these things, real things in our body. Just underneath your skin, what is there? Is that the thing you are making so much beautiful? Just small scratch on our skin, or blood, or pus, or some ugly thing may ooze come out. In the bones, skeleton, veins, nerves, hair, even your hair, your beautiful hair. If you find in your food, you will lose the appetite. That's how our body is. So Buddha said, think about this unattractiveness about this body, Asubha Sanya. So during these 3 months, these are the things we have to reflect. And so we know Adinava Sanya, danger. When we have this body, we have these kind of problems. Then Pahana Sanya, we need to reflect on abandonment. sensations. Sabbaloke anabirata sanya, the state of every world. People think, oh, I am in this world, one day if I die, I will go to heaven, I want to go heaven. They give blindsided to their bad karma, they self-hypnotize, thinking, I am going to, anyway, whatever I have done wrong, it's okay, I will go to heaven. They deceive themselves. That means they have clinging about other world. Actually, they have other worldly thinking. They are not real world thinking. Real world thinking means, according to our karma, real karma, we will get the result that will decide our next life after our death. But self-hypnotized people, not real people, disregarding their bad karma, bad attitude, bad actions, they think automatically they will be raised to heaven. That means they have clinging about next lives. They have so much clinging about this life. Not only that, they have so much clinging about next life. But Buddha advises us to practice anabhirata sanya, not clinging. Sabbaloke anabhirata sanya. Not only this world, even heavens, whatever other world, there is no any world where no suffering. Everywhere in the universe, suffering and end, death, everywhere. So no escape. There is no solution. So Buddha invites us to reflect on that. Anabhirata sanya, not clinging. Then sabba sankhares vanicca sanya. We see things, hear things, anyway, through using our sensory organ, we experience the world. Then we create mental formations. Based on our sensory input, we create sensory mental formations. Then we start to crave for our mental formation. For our own mental creations, we start to generate craving. That means we create unreal something, then we create unreal craving for that. See the depth of our ignorance. So that's why Buddha said, reflect on impermanence. Not only these things, what we perceive in the world through our sensory basis, even our mental formations are impermanent. Definitely they are impermanent. So that means very, very deep level reflection. Then, like this, we can do many reflections. And at last, Buddha said, Anapanasati. At least be mindful about your breath. That means mindfulness of breath is not that much a deep mindfulness. The Buddha mentioned list of things we should be mindful, we should reflect on. At last Buddha said, Anapanasati, just one word. There are 9 things before this. The 10th one is Anapanasati. That means if you are not mindful about Anicca, Anatta, Asubha, Adinava, Pahana, Viraga, Nirodha, Sabbaloke, Anabhirata, etc. Sanya, at least be mindful about your breath. That means know that you are a breathing person. You are not a dead body, or you are not a breath holding anxious person. Come to your breath. That means be a real breathing living being. Know the present situation. Be real, natural. Be grounded. Be settled. Because people are unsettled. Our mind is scattered, or deep diving, or hiding, or fantasizing. All those are unnatural, unskillful. What is skillful? Come to your senses. At least know that you are a breathing person, living person. You can change things. You don't want to be sad or frustrated or angry or make clinging or attachment or detachment or involvement. Take it easy. You even don't want to take a deep breath. Just know that you are breathing. It happens. Come to your senses. Don't be an emotional or fantasy kind of person. Be a real human being. This human life is so precious. So that is something to reflect on. Then daily, as monks, we have 10 things about Dasa Dhamma. So you know Dasa Dhamma Sutta. So daily we have to think about these things. Any monks, if that monk does not contemplate or reflect on these 10 factors, there's a big problem. Only a rope inside someone else. Because this is the Buddha teaching. These are the minimum requirement to be a monk. 10 things, Dasa Dhamma. There is 10 things, Dhamma, Dasa Dhamma rule. So we need to reflect on these 10. So during this 3-month time, especially we have to reflect on those things. So such a person, such a monk, get the best result from this 3-month retreat. Otherwise, just like previous practitioners who lived before Buddha, it was just only wasting 3-month time. But not again learning or reading or gathering knowledge. A reflection is the must thing. Think, try to comprehend your own way. What is the meaning of Dhamma? So when we try to do that, at least we will be focusing on Buddha's basic principle, basic teachings. Not only that, those basic teachings will start to enlighten our present mind, this moment. So four establishment of mindfulness. Chattaro Satipatthana. That is very solid foundation for our real life. Then we can understand Buddha's noble teaching about virya, effort. There are four kind of effort. Those are very, very important things to overcome our difficulties and to cultivate wholesome aspect in our life. So during these 3 months, we get this kind of insight, enlightenment, if we reflect. Then we start to understand what Buddha had practiced. Ittipada, like intention, chanda, then chitta, willingness, consciousness, then virya, effort, then investigative mind, vimansa. We should have willingness or intention, then effort, consciousness, and very careful investigation. Then more and more we practice reflection, we start to generate our real skills, wholesome skill. Trust, saddha, then virya, effort, then mindfulness, sati, then concentration, samadhi, then panya, wisdom. We start to understand and get such deeper insight. Then we become stronger, solid individual, developing panchabala. Again, saddha, conviction, virya, effort, sati, mindfulness, samadhi, concentration or absorption, panya, wisdom. Such kind of practice paves to Nibbanic path. Seven factors of enlightenment. You all know that. Mindfulness, investigation, effort, joy, tranquility, concentration, equanimity. Sati, Dhammavicaya, Viriya, Piti, Passaddhi, Samadhi, Upekka. In addition to this, we know Parami, 10 perfections. In 3 ways we can cultivate, we can practice, develop. And daily in activities, we know 10 meritorious deeds. That's a punya kiriya. 10 meritorious deeds in daily activities. 10 perfection as a life philosophy. From birth to birth, we can move forward in that level, raising our existence. So we know that important thing is 10 perfection. When we practice more and more these kind of things, we are in the right path. So 8 noble fold, 8 noble eightfold path. Aryattangika Magga, noble eightfold path. It becomes our way of journey. Not only this life, it becomes our way of journey towards lasting, perpetual peace. We call Nibbana. Nibbana means getting rid of craving, attachment. So, these are the benefits actually. If we really practice 3-month retreat, these are the practices. So practice is not only closing eye, folding legs, sitting in front of Buddha. That is beautiful, that's very important. But we should not deceive ourselves thinking that is the practice. Practicing. Now you understand it's a way of life. Even not only our big karma action, even our breath. You know, it is an involuntary thing. It happens, naturally happens. Even our breath should be a part of our Dhamma life. What is that? Our natural breath, it's all the time it happens. How much Dhamma should be practiced by us? Our whole body, our reflection even, our reflective action, then breathing is not intentional or voluntary thing. It's involuntary thing. It's a reflection. What breath it happens, it's a natural thing. But as Buddha's student, we should apply our Dhamma even into that natural happening in our life, breath. teaching is very sensitive, very, very meaningful, smooth, real way of life. So during 3-month retreat, we are supposed to practice this line of thinking, practice, attitudinal changes, behavioral changes, and mental cultivation. So such a practitioner definitely get the highest benefit of 3-month retreat and Kathina ceremony. If not, it's become only a cultural thing, religious thing. That kind of cultural, religious things, performance, it's those cultural or religious things are not that much different from Siddhartha Paramasa. It's a blind, some practice, ascetic practice kind of thing. You know, Siddhartha Paramasa rituals. But Buddha's teaching is not based on blind, traditional, just rituals. So the robe is the like flag of Buddha's this peaceful Dhamma life. So I think robe offering means like we are hosting or raising the Dhamma flag, which remind us Buddha's true Dhamma and real practical way of living. Thank you very much for everything, all those who help us to successfully complete this 3-month retreat. All those who took care of monks, did something good for the temple, and who took time to practice Dhamma, come and meditate, chant, do some meritorious things, sharing, even feeding people, bringing food, practicing generosity, developing mindfulness, your benefit you reap during this 3-month retreat. Whether I wish you or not, those who produce those results, they are definitely will enjoy, just like all those good energy will be their shadow throughout their samsaric journey. Anyway, I am so Bhante and myself so thankful, grateful for those who brought food and took care of Dhamma friendship, fellowship to us, and who try to come and practice Dhamma. They inspired us. May all you get more and more Dhamma practice in your path. May you all and may your all relatives be safe, healthy. Now let's chant the Gatha. Akasattha ca bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanang chirang rakkantu desanang chirang rakkantu mang parang ittavata ca ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumo sampatti siddhiya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhiya idam me ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo idam me ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo idam wo ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita hontu ñātayo imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuccato.
Sadhu, sadhu, Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
A lot of practices. A lot of practices.